Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another stream of Top Gas tournaments here in Zagreb in Terrible Creations Gaming Club, Crni Mačak, also Black Cat. My name is Matija, and today with me here is also Dorian, our very known good player Polokus.
Thank you for the introduction.
Of course, goes without mentioning, I would say, for our dedicated viewers. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. It's a tiny bit. Well, I guess excited, but at the same time a bit nervous. But I think we'll both get over that pretty soon.
As a player, I'm pretty sure you're just a bit regretting not participating in the very first Ultra tournament that we're holding here in this bar.
A little bit. I'd like to. Well, I would have liked to participate, but yeah, I would have liked to participate, but I haven't really played or have any experience with the Ultra League meta, so I decided that this would be a good opportunity to just take the role of the commentator for now, and I guess learn a thing or two on today's stream.
Okay, so let's, as we said already, for those of you joining us just now, my name is Matija Alma, a retired Mystic player, and with me another Mystic rider, Polokus. We'll be entertaining you tonight for our tournament. So let's see about getting our viewers some information about the stream. Here I'm just gonna put on the screen if you have any comments for us, any ideas, any criticism, absolutely anything to improve our stream. We welcome all the comments at info@topgas.club. The address is in your screen. You can also write what you think in the comments box. Dorian and myself are just two of the four founders of Top Gas. We started the idea wanting to just progressively and systematically organize these kinds of tournaments, and for now I think Dorian is going pretty well.
Yeah, I think we're evolving.
So tell us what's happening tonight. What are we expecting?
So tonight is, as far as we know, the first Ultra League stream tournament held in the world. I guess, prove us wrong if there is another tournament that was streamed this way and that consists of the Ultra League. Yeah, let us know. We'd like to check that out. But yeah, as far as we know, it's the first Ultra League stream tournament, and it's being held in Zagreb, Croatia. So we're going to see stuff that we didn't see in the previous tournaments. If you don't know the rules for the Ultra League, it's Pokemon up to 2500 CP, yeah. And we don't have any other restrictions.
I'll just turn over a bit to the website of Silph Road just to clear things up a little bit. Unfortunately, the website does not support hosting an Ultra tournament just yet. So all the limitations are at 2500 1500 CP.
Okay.
But we reached out to the Silph Arena organizers, and we reached an agreement that, considering we did register it as an unranked tournament, so none of these games will be registered long term to the players. They just told us to enter CP as 1000 less than the original one, so we can still keep track of people legitimately using the Pokemon from their party.
So for example, a Pokemon that would have a CP of 24,090 or 2490 will be translated as 1490 in this specific cup. Of course, they use their Ultra League Pokemon, so the higher CP ones.
Okay, so we're gonna open the tournament in less than 10 minutes. Shall we maybe play the finals fight from the Tempest Cup of last Sunday?
Yeah, we've got a very interesting guest. Well, guest, let's call him that, that won or took the Tempest Cup last time.
The winner of the Tempest Cup.
And he agreed, sort of, to have an interview with us about his finals match. So we're probably gonna take a look at that.
Okay,
right
so we got another about 10 minutes until we start the tournament, so let's play that fight. I'll call over our Tempest Cup winner, Freak 1082, and you two can have a little discussion watching the fight. Okay, thank you.
Możesz jakoś komentować to lepszy
Okay, so we've got some technical issues trying to load the video of last Cup's final, but maybe we can hear a few words of from Freak himself. Are you excited? Oh, okay. So we've got the clip loaded, so we're gonna talk about how the final match went. So as we can see on Jungfir's team, he's got a Lapras, a Tropius. Well, that went out really fast. Anyway, can you explain your lead here in the first match? Do you remember what
I don't remember what was my first. I think it was Lantern. Was Lantern? Yeah.
So it was a mirror match right here.
Yeah. It was a mirror match all the first round.
Okay. And do you have
Water gun.
A water gun on your lap?
Yeah. He has charge beam. He charges his faster. And I didn't shield, and Lantern can't take this.
So you decided to stay in for both of the. Well, did you switch your Lantern?
No,
later
I
on?
didn't switch. Just shielded the second Thunderbolt.
So you decided to sort of exchange shields and maybe sacrifice
Yeah.
the Lantern?
Because if I switch, he switch
Yeah.
with a better matchup, and then I'm done.
Okay. So yeah, he does shield his one too. He wants to have that advantage of not having to switch in a Pokemon into your Lantern. And yeah, you sacrifice yours. I didn't see what you had in the back. Okay.
He has Altaria also and Skarmory, same as me.
So you went with the exact same
Exactly the same
team. With the exact same lead. The only difference was the charge beam. So I'd say in this situation it was pretty much in Jungfir's favor, yeah, because he had the charge beam Lantern and it went directly against your Lantern, which was a water gun one. So at this position, the match is pretty much leaning towards Jungfir's side.
Yeah, but it turned out differently.
Yeah, I'm actually curious on where you got the lead.
It was Skarmory last. He stayed on the last HP on.
So you decided to go for 2 Sky Attacks, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah.
And you shielded the 1 Dragon Pulse that was coming your way. So yeah, you managed to get rid of his Altaria while still dealing significant damage to... Yeah. And now here we have a situation where you have a full health Skarmory, but he has still 1 shield and his sort of, let's call him half health Skarmory. He goes for Flash Cannon. How do you comment that move? Do you think it's...
I don't think it's... For me it's not very good because it costs a lot of energy. More energy than Sky Attack. Deals some more damage, a little bit more damage, but more energy.
And also, I think we checked the stats, and it turns out that Sky Attack does have a better damage per energy output. So, yeah, I think Flash Cannon could have been the mistake here that probably cost him the match. because you charged up one extra move, and I think if he went maybe for the sky attacks each time, it could have been a slightly better
energy from one
advantage.
sky attack, and then he would kill me.
So that was the first round. The score was 2-0, or was it 2-1?
2-1.
2-1.
So second match was my mistake because of my Alola Ninetales. He cost me a lot of times. Like
So explain your lead here.
it's Alola Ninetales.
You lead with
you
lead with Alola
We'll
Ninetales,
switch.
and he goes for Tropius, Skarmory, and Lapras, if I'm not mistaken.
And
I think I saw Lapras.
yeah,
So he leads with
is
the
Tropius,
Tropius, okay.
and I made a mistake because I used Psy-Shock.
Instead of Ice Beam. Was it?
I have one more Powder Snow and Ice Beam will be
Charge up.
yeah.
And he
didn't
didn't
block.
shield. Oh, yeah.
He Tropius will.
So he
They-
counted the turns probably, or he just bluffed and didn't go for the shield. You do not shield this Leaf Blade. Does it take you
No.
out? Almost, but yeah, Razor Leaf's gonna finish you off before get another charge. Yeah, that's unfortunate. If you went for that Ice Beam, that would have been Tropius out the way really soon in the match. And he switches here. He leaves his Tropius barely alive. Is this Lapras a water gun one, or
I think it's
was
water gun. I think it's Water Gun.
Okay, so you decide not to take any damage on the Skarmory.
Yeah, because I knew he has a Skarmory also,
And you didn't have any-
I have Altaria.
Yeah, which explain the synergy. Well, let's call it the matchups of Skarmory and Altaria. If I remember correctly, Altaria wins if it has shields.
I think so.
Yeah, because
Because Skarmory resisted on a Dragon Breath, he takes a lot of damage because Dragon Breath is
yeah.
a strong move.
So okay, so thank you for being with us. We're gonna cut the match here. Maybe we'll come back to it later to see the final round. But now we're gonna switch to today's tournament and start off with the first Ultra League match. Anyway, thank you, Freak, for joining us for the interview.
See you later.
Good luck on the tournament.
Thank you.
Okay, so my colleague here is now announcing the start of the tournament. It has officially, or it is soon officially started. Let's just. Okay, so in a few seconds we'll be able to see the teams and analyze those a bit to see what people are playing with tonight.
I started the tournament just now. I don't know if it was streamed on camera, the big moment.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, was it nice?
I don't know. I was too focused on the words I was producing or letting out, so I couldn't really see what was happening on camera.
Okay. So we started tournaments.
Here we have the matchups.
Okay, and let's select, of course. First of all, let's select the matchup. What do you
okay.
think? I'm thinking Gandalf. We want to see him maybe in a later round.
Later round.
Cavalier, we didn't get to see him at all, and Magical Donut, we didn't see him ever.
It's the first time.
It's his second time here, but he didn't play at the Tempest Cup last time.
Okay.
We have a pair, of course, of boyfriend and girlfriend with our winner. Dorian with 25-12 versus Branas. We saw plenty of Branas, I think.
Yeah.
For now, we can, and I think we can expect him in the finals. Flatsiv versus Josip. Again, I'd say maybe save them for a later match. Altalp, we saw plenty of him with Pinky. I think we have to put Pinky in the stream
Yeah,
tonight.
definitely at one point. Yeah,
One of the fights has to be with Pinky. And Senora Matonca versus Momak Sretan.
I'd actually like to see Kawarabay with Magical Donut.
With Magical
I think
Donut?
it's a good starting match.
Okay, let's
I'd
do
say
it. Let's do it. I'll leave you to maybe see the teams
Do
a
some
little bit,
theme analysis. Okay.
and I'll go prepare them for the match.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
So we've got just a second. So let's check out Magical Donut's team with a Blastoise, a Swampert, Moltres, Sceptile, Latios, and Armaldo. Armaldo, that's an interesting one. I haven't seen him being played well. Then again, I don't really... I'm not as good in the Ultra League meta as I am in the Great League, but Armaldo is an interesting choice with the Bug type, which hits those Psychic types like Cresselia and Alluvium pretty hard. And I guess he also has the type, well, one of his types is also Rock, so I'm not sure what moves it's packing, but that could be an interesting one. 2 water types, but one is immune to electric attacks. Well, I guess immunity here translates into double resistance, but yeah, Swampert here won't be taking hard-hitting moves like Thunder. He'll take them with ease, that's what I was trying to say. Blastoise, we see him, he's pretty, well, not in this particular tournament, but I've seen Blastoise being played in Ultra League matches before. And we have Moltres for flying and fire coverage, and Sceptile with the newly how would I say? Well, with the new Community Day move, I'm thinking probably Frenzy Plant and that flying type, which is Aerial Ace, or well, some flying type move along Frenzy Plant probably. Latios, which is the more offensive of the Lati duo, and yeah, we covered Armaldo. Okay, now let's check out Kawarabay's team with Hariyama, which is a tankier, beefier version of Machamp. Scizor, which is a pretty common one for Ultra League matches, as far as I know. Blastoise again, so we've got 2 Blastoises on both teams. Well, one on each team. Kingdra, which is also a pretty common thing that we see in the Ultra League. Typhlosion, which could be interesting with Shadow Claw, maybe getting rid of Giratina that way, which is a really common Pokemon, as you can see here. We've got him in 1, 2, 3, 4, well, 5, 6 teams, so that is how many participants do we even have? 14, wow, okay, that's more than we expected. So yeah, in a bit less than half of the teams there's a Giratina present. So that Shadow Claw might be used against it, and we've got Electivire as the electric type. So now to put these 2 teams together, one against the other, it's pretty hard for me to do here as I can't fit them in one screen. But I'm guessing that Swampert could be quite a good matchup against Kawara-based team, having immunity to Electivire, hitting Typhlosion with super effective damage, and being neutral to Scizor, Hariyama, and maybe with its other move. I'm not sure what Swampert could be packing. I think it has a poison attack, which could also hit Blastoise for neutral damage, and Kingdra. So I think that could be a good choice. Next we see a Moltres. How does that go against it? I guess Moltres is the only real counter against the Scizor, against on his team. Sceptile does relatively well. With neutral damage on Hariyama, Kingdra, and Electivire. But then again, also, also losing against Scizor definitely, and Typhlosion. It's going to be an interesting match. I guess it all depends on the leads of these two players. I'm interested in seeing what they decide on leading with. No. I'm thinking Swampert would be the most logical lead.
What's the discussion you're having with yourself?
The discussion I'm having with myself is, well, I guess what the two players are going to lead with. On Magical Donut's side, we have a couple of good Pokemon that do quite well against most of the Pokemon
Blastoise,
on
I
the...
think, could be a very, very big surprise in the Ultra League. It's usually a monster.
Pa imate ove?
Okay.
Aha, mi se čujemo. Okay.
Jel me čujete?
1, 2, 1, 2. Okay.
We're doing some live testing right here. You can see our technological workflow is absolutely flawless. So, where were you when I interrupted you? I'm sorry.
Well, do you have any more time? The battle seems to be almost
no, they
starting.
will wait for us.
They'll wait for the signal.
We can finish your thought, definitely.
Yeah, so we were looking at the best lead options on both players' side. I was commentating how... I was commenting on how Swampert...
No Giratina Magical Donut.
No,
Very
neither on
bold.
the
Actually,
Kawaru-based team. So we're seeing a non-Giratina first match here.
Oh, nice.
Which is, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I was actually saying how Swampert could be a good lead for Magical Donut, as it has a positive matchup with, well, most of the its opponent's team.
Well, definitely against Typhlosion. Kingdra, I wouldn't expect to be too heavy. I guess it's here to counter Giratina.
Yeah,
With
but
its
I mean,
genre.
Kingdra and Swampert would be a close matchup, but I think Kingdra would still outbeat it with dealing higher damage to
I
it.
wouldn't expect to see Kingdra from Kawarube this fight.
At all?
Yeah, but I mean, is there any Dragon or Fire?
There's
There's Moltres, okay.
Yeah, there's Moltres, there's Latios. It hits Armalda for super effective damage.
Sure.
And
Although, honestly, I wouldn't be too worried about either Latios or Moltres because they're pretty low leveled compared to most other mon. Right? I don't know. I'm always thinking my kind of principle of thinking is if it doesn't cost dust, it can be good, right?
Well, I'm just reminding you that this is the Ultra League, so they are actually 1,000 CP higher than what is displayed here. So
Yeah, but
I don't
still,
know. Yeah, they're still maybe under
Moltres
leveled.
caught in raid is about maybe 300-400 CP below 2500. I'm not sure. No, it's maybe 1900.
I don't remember.
I don't think. Actually, I know boosted Moltres goes up to 2400 something. So that's level 25. So this can be at maximum about level 26. When you compare it to Blastoise, which has to be about level 38,
Yeah. this
39,
one, yeah.
maybe even
Yeah.
at this CP.
Yeah, well, it's we know that legendaries do have a higher stat total than the regular Pokemon, so it's an interesting thing to see how they sort of balance themselves out in matchups with one going against the other.
I'll go talk to the contestants and have them start playing in about a minute.
Okay, sounds good.
So let's see. Maybe they'll tell us what they'll lead with.
Okay, yeah.
Dobro večer, sa mnom su ovdje Kavarube i Magical Donut i broj iza je
13.
Magical Donut 13. Baš smo komentirali tamo pa smo se nadali možda ćete nam reći s čim mislite otvoriti meč.
It will be surprise. Secret.
So we're expecting a
Nisam ni
surprise
mislio.
on
I
the
didn't
donut
think
side
we'll get
as the lead.
we'll get an answer to that, but we were kind of filling you guys out. Filling your teams. You feel ready, prepared?
Sort of. I'm kind of out of practice with PvP battles.
Yeah, you.
I have been coming here lately and then I stopped coming, so we shall see.
Yeah, I was gonna say we were seeing you regularly, and then something. I just.
Stuff at home, so yeah. We shall see.
And Magical Donut, his first tournament, actually his second one, but he didn't want to participate in the Tempest Cup last week. I suppose lack of preparation or whatever, but you're here to smash.
I'm here to see what I can do, and that's it.
4 rounds, what do you expect? How many wins?
I don't know. We shall see.
Kavarube, 4 wins, 4 rounds.
Maybe everyone.
Okay, good luck, guys, good game, and start whenever you're ready.
Interesting approach there.
Yeah. I guess maybe there's something to it about your leading one.
I mean, maybe. I guess.
But kidding aside, tell me if you would maybe be able to, as a player, to determine a few factors such as the leading Pokemon in the battle. Which of those factors or elements would you say is maybe the most stressful, the most difficult one to come up with to solve?
To solve the leading Pokemon issue, well, I guess there's always one Pokemon that is a good lead but does really bad against that one other Pokemon. So yeah, it's always stressful.
Okay, so
Yeah,
right
we've got the
away
match
we see
starting.
my mistake saying there will not be Kingdra on Kavarube's side. It's here, right in the beginning.
Yeah, so we've got Cross Poison dealing neutral damage against the Kingdra. He's not going to shield. Kingdra does tank it pretty well. And Dragon Breath is doing a tiny bit more damage than, well, I'd say a lot more damage than Furry Cutter, if I'm not mistaken, or whatever Armada is using in this match.
Oh, I mean that I was
Yeah, the
thinking.
fast attack.
I thought that you were talking about the other fast attack of Kingdra. I think it's Water Gun, right?
Is it Water Gun? Yeah.
I think it's Water Gun.
Oh yeah, it
I think
could
it's
explain why Armada takes so much damage from it. We see a Moltres against the Hariyama, which is
Interesting matchup.
yeah, it's
but
great
shouldn't
for,
be good for
great
Hariyama,
Moltres.
right?
Yeah, it should not be good for Hariyama. We see a shield, which is quite an interesting use of a shield here. But I guess he wants to preserve his Moltres as much as he
Obviously, yeah.
can. And he did not shield that, even though he did have another shield.
He's saving it for something, that's for sure. Still having 3 Pokemon in the bank. And Magical Donuts.
And then again, we see a shield from Electivire's standpoint against the Sky Attack, which would have not been super effective. So
Wild Charge will make this right now for Magical Donuts. And Armaldo is back. Kavarube. Sorry for the displacement, ladies and gentlemen. We're solving it. Let's see how it holds against Cross Poison, and he holds. He survives. Another Wild Charge. He doesn't wanna.
he doesn't
Instead of
pull it off.
firing it, he didn't fire it at all.
I think it didn't really. Well,
He didn't want to waste it. I mean, which I totally understand. I do these things all the time the same way. Outrage now coming, blocked, still shields of Magical
and
Donuts.
yeah, I guess that'll be the match for
I think
Kawarube.
so. I
So
think
Magical Donut takes the first match.
No,
if I'm
Magical
not
Donuts took
mistaken.
the match.
Yeah, Magical Donut took the first match. So yeah, I guess we're going into round 2. Wondering if Kawarube is going to change his lead, even though he didn't do too bad on the leading side.
He's gonna see what's happening once again, just for a little while, not even going into the app, just very professionally seeing it from the task manager on Kavarube's side. Let's see those changes.
So we see a complete change in Magical Donut's team. I did not quite see all of the Pokemon. I think he didn't choose to play with the Armaldo as he did in the last match. I saw a Moltres on his side, but I don't know what else. And Kawabe goes with the same exact team actually. He thinks, well, he probably thinks that he just did bad, or did, you know, that his
could do
team,
better.
yeah, he could do better with the exact same team.
This is very good for Kavarube right off from the start. Too
Yeah.
bad that there's no that water gun that we mentioned.
Yeah, so it is Dragon Breath, but it's okay. Dragon Breath is doing quite a substantial
And
amount
it's a
of
very
damage.
fast move. Personally, I love it because it was kind of signature for Dragonite early on in the game, and then it was taken out of Dragonite's pool.
Yeah, so it's now a legacy on Dragonite. Yeah,
for quite a long time.
So yeah, we saw the switch from Magical Donut's side into the Blastoise, and now Kawabe got a free switch in with his Electivire, and he's really taking advantage of it.
Yeah,
burning
he
through
should,
those
he should
shields.
win this matchup, I think. There's no running away for...
Yeah,
and there's
was-
no more shields for...
But we do see the neutral bite on Blastoise, so it's doing quite
Quite a lot of damage,
yeah, quite a lot of damage on
and it-
Electivire.
correct me if I'm wrong, but Electivire is not that bulky, right?
Electivire,
Let's
well,
see, Blastoise going home now.
yeah.
Yes.
To be honest, I'm not exactly sure on how bulky Electivire is, but yeah, I wouldn't say it's too bulky.
Since
Is it
its
somewhere?
release, there weren't really many, or if any, raid battles that it would be useful in, right?
Well, I guess some people did
Fine,
use it
water.
for Kyogre as an okay attacker, but it was outclassed by Raikou. But then again, you know, not many people have as many candy to max out multiple
This,
Raikou.
Dragon Breath is really doing amazing stuff on Moltres. And by the way, let me just see that CP of Kingdra. It's at 2311.
Oh, he did not manage to pull off the outrage on the Latios, which could have, well,
too bad.
which would have probably won the match. But now
You
we
think
see,
it would one-shot it?
maybe not, but it would definitely
No,
put it
no,
in
no, no.
range for Hariyama to take care of it.
Dragon Claw doing amazing damage as a free bar move
Yeah,
to take
unfortunately
off
this is going to be
40% of
resisted from
Hariyama.
Latios' side, so
Oh, but
it's it's still a significant amount.
These
but-
are the moments where you see the level difference,
Oh.
right? Because it really
Yeah.
shouldn't take so much damage, but it is taking it because it's just too low level.
So by a tiny bit, Magical Donut takes the second match of the first round, or the first round of the tournament.
Yeah, so 2-0 for Magical Donuts.
Yep.
Let's talk to the guys.
So, fellas, 2-0 for Magical Donut. Congratulations. How do you feel?
I feel great. It was good game, and
Modesty on one side, I'll take them all on the other side. Turned out quite differently, Kavarube.
Yeah, I have some difficulties. I can see that my charts were not getting quite there because some laggy stuff, but it's okay. Example, that last outrage from Kingdra, it was on par
We saw.
on Latios just when he was supposed to die. But that happened to him before with, what's it called? I don't know, he had the Armaldo, I think, on me, and I died and he died on my side, so it's kind of ishy.
On our side, we saw a very complimentary situation for you, Magical Donut, once the second fight started, because Kavarube, even though he lost the first fight, he didn't actually make any changes, whereas you did. Right?
yes, I saw that. I thought he was gonna change, and I wanted to try out some different things. So it worked in the end. So
And what was the idea behind not changing it?
Usually some players don't change their teams at all, so that's kind of 50-50 chance. You either win or lose the matchups. If I chose, I think I wanted to pick Scissor in the last round, so I think that would shred the Latios in the end. So I think, but it's a 50-50 chance, like I said.
By the way, Kingdra at 2311, that's max?
No, not yet.
Okay, so he'll do better next time. Okay, Congratulations, 1 round, 1 win, and let's see you in some other fight or in the finals.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so now we should soon see the points that will add up. We're here manually selecting the winners, as we see, not to well, not to leave it on the players if we can do it straight from here, just to speed things up a bit. And we've got round 2, so we have Branas against Gandalf the White, Magical Donut against Senora Matanza, Freak versus Josip. That's going to be an interesting match. Both of them very, very appreciated players here. Alta OP versus Kawarobe, Dorian V2512 against Sor Harrier, Saranka versus Flativs, and Pinky Deja Stuffy against Marmak Sedeta. So we can take a look at some of the teams here, but I think the first thing we've got to do is pick a pair that can, that'll be streaming this match. And I think we're going to go for Freak and Josip. So I'll just go and inform the players. Those two, but I'm going to ask another pair of participants if they want to stream, and we'll get right back. So we chose the next two participants, which will be Branas and Gandalf the White. It should be a very interesting match. Okay, we just got a new piece of information that it's not going to be Gandalf versus Branas, it's going to be Pinky Deja Stuffy versus Moak Sretan. We'll take a look at their teams in a second. So Pinky's going with all legendary except for Gyarados team, with Mewtwo, Rayquaza, Dialga, Hoa, Gyarados, and Raikou. And on Momak Seleton's side, we see the Feraligatr, Moltres, Sceptile, Metagross, Kabutops. That's going to be an interesting one. I always wanted to use him in some of the Great Leagues matches, but I've never found the chance to do so. Another Armaldo, which is I guess, you know.
Well, Armaldo, it's very high CP and it has access to a bunch of very, very fast moves.
Yeah.
So as a player, I gotta say it's always very attractive when you play Ultra League to fight with him, because it simply seems as a very, very fast solution. I think it has access to at least 2 free bar charged moves. And what's the fast one?
Was it Cross Poison? The fast, it's fast move.
Attack.
Furry-Cutter? We can check. We can check
Actually,
it out.
let's check here.
It's okay. I'll check
Yeah, please.
check
and
here.
then just send it to me and we'll open it.
I think we can just comment on it.
Yeah,
I
sure.
don't think there's.
Sure.
So yeah, Fairy Cutter would be his faster charging fast move.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but it's somewhere around half second Fury Cut here. Something
Yeah,
like
well,
water gun,
it's,
right?
It's a bit better than Water Gun, actually, I think.
Mhm.
It has more energy per turn. If I'm not mistaken, Water Gun would have 3 energy per turn, or a tiny
I'm
bit.
always just taking water gun
Around
as
that.
kind of a reference
Mhm.
move because so many Pokemon have access to it.
Yeah, Water Gun is 3 damage per second and 3
Mhm.
energy per second. So
Mhm.
Armado's Fairy Cutter does a bit less damage, but charges up those already fast charging charge move even faster. So I guess it's one of the best shield breakers in this meta.
Mhm.
And yeah, with access to, let's just get back to
But
Armada.
then again, we do have to ask the question: Bug being super effective against Dark and Grass, right?
Bug, yeah, against Dark, Grass, and Psychic.
And Psychic,
Yeah.
of course. I gotta ask, what is it here particularly to counter? I mean, I'm saying, you know, it is attractive and it maxes out at I think 2700 or something like that. So it's very high level. But I'm thinking, what is it actually here to counter? Okay, probably definitely the green starters, right?
Yeah,
Sceptile.
yeah. Sceptile is quite popular this cup. There's a lot of teams with it trying to try out the new charge attack Frenzy Plant that I got during this month's Community Day. But yeah, if we take a look at Armado's charge move, none of them are bug related ones. So we've got Rock Blast, Cross Poison, and Water Pulse, which yeah, which gives them quite a bit of
Type coverage.
yeah, quite a bit of coverage. I guess you'd want to run Rock Blast either way because of its stab.
Charizard is gonna be a very often pick, I think.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah,
already see
we,
that
yeah, we
it's in
see a
the
couple of them, and we see a lot of. If it's not Charizard, a lot of people run Moltres or Ho-Oh, which also share the same type combination.
Especially now, Ho-Oh with its access to hidden power.
Aha, yeah, you got hidden
if you get a
power.
lucky roll, and let's consider if you raid a lot
Yeah.
and you have like 10 different Ho-Ohs, it's not so expensive. I think it goes up, each power up like 60 CP, and it's 100% is about 2230 or 50 or something like that at level 20. So what I'm saying is basically it doesn't cost you a lot to even power up.
Yeah,
Two
yeah,
or
for
three
this,
to
yeah.
have the different hidden
Yeah.
powers. Because it can maybe be a very good advantage to surprise some people with in the Ultra League.
Yeah. So what hidden power do you think would be the most useful in this particular meta? Is there a
Like
is
in
there
the Ultra League meta.
yeah, yeah. Is there one that you specifically know about? Because I myself
Well,
don't know.
what I do know is I was lucky enough to get hidden power on my maxed Ho-Oh, and it's second or third DPS, best DPS flying attack.
Okay.
With Sky attack and hidden power flying.
Hidden power flying. Okay.
But
yeah,
the best they're saying, we're talking about max, so we're not talking 2500 Ultra League, we're talking maxed. They're saying mostly you want fire. You want fire to match it up with.
Yeah, yeah. With the
flamethrower,
yeah, I'm not sure. It's either flamethrower or fire blast or
something.
Yeah, it could be.
Something.
Yeah, I don't know. If,
So here, I don't know. I guess it can just surprise you. You know, as I said, if you have like 5 or 6 of them, you know, ready, and
Yeah.
then you know you kind of feel the other players before the tournament starts. You just pick the one that has the best one.
yeah. So yeah, here we can see the 2 players starting off the match. The leads are already being picked. An interesting observation is that from Pinky's side, we are seeing the non-legendary being used as the lead, and on Monarch Silph side, we are seeing Kabutops as the lead, which is going to be favorable for Kabutops if it's packing any of those rock type moves. But yeah, we'll see how it turns out.
Okay. Kabutops in the first play versus Gyarados. This can be very neutral, very good for either side. Let's see.
So,
Kabutops should be powered up, maxed, right?
yeah, it seems so. So yeah, Ancient Power would completely devastate the Gyarados. Well, maybe it wouldn't be a one-hit, but
Wouldn't be good at all.
yeah, it wouldn't really it wouldn't really please it. So we can see 2 ancient powers going off before any of Gyarados' moves. And now we're gonna see, it's critical damage.
Oh yeah.
About
no
75%.
Bonus though. No bonus though.
No
I think
bonus either
that
times.
was probably the hope for Moxretan.
Yeah. So what, is it a 10% chance at the bonus? Or is it
1 in 20, which
So
would
12%?
be 5%.
5%? Oh, yeah, it's
5%.
Okay.
5%. I just got it last night, trying out some teams with one of the players here, Josip.
Mm-hmm.
Momax Retan, by the way, happy guy. Very simple translation of the nickname. There's a whole nickname meta actually that I always am trying to mention. People get very creative with the nicknames. I always mention our Gandalf, who was Gandalf the Grey before he reached level 40, and then he changed.
Oh, he changed
and
again.
especially at that time, it was only possible to do the nickname change once.
Okay.
So it was kind of a very ceremonial thing to do.
Yeah. Okay, so here we can see a matchup that's not looking good at all for
Pinky on the right side, right?
No, well, yeah, I guess
Well,
situation.
he just
yes,
lost.
he
just lost with
just got
Earthquake.
it. Yeah.
And 2 shields remaining on Happy Guy's side.
Yeah. I was going to actually say that it's not looking good for Sceptar, but I didn't realize that there was no shields on the other player's side, so that Earthquake really did take care of.
It was a very quick match. We got into talking, but
we didn't
just
cover
like
it
maybe
well.
a minute or two, and it was done for the Happy Guy. 1-0. Let's see if any changes come.
So we see.
Is that a Blissey on the team, or is that just?
No.
recommended,
That's he has to switch that up. It's not on the team. It's not displayed on Silph Arena's team list. So yeah, he has to change that up.
Oh, he's got a Raikou at 2500 round.
Well,
Pinky actually has everything.
Yeah. I think he used a shortcut. I think he was a bit lazy with giving the
LP actually doing the same.
with giving the right CPs to the Pokemon. Anyway, we can see.
Happy Guy is ready, waiting for Pinky.
So our referee, let's call him that, is reminding Pinky what Pokemon he chose to play, because he noticed that Moltres was chosen in this match and it wasn't in his original team, so we're going to have that switched up. So he leads with Mewtwo. I'm not sure what his Mewtwo is packing, move-wise.
Probably Shadow Ball.
Shadow Ball? Is that what we're expecting?
Let's see, we'll see it right away. I would guess it's Shadow Ball, unless it's an elemental.
No, it's a psychic.
It is an elemental.
It's a psychic type Mewtwo.
It's a psychic.
He switches into Gyarados, which is a very interesting switch and a very easy way to lose both of your shields.
Well, I guess he's just guessing, going with neutral against Kabutops, but he obviously forgot Kabutops is packing
ancient power, which is going to
not
go through
shielded.
and deal. I guess I was a bit wrong. I guess 70% of damage. Always. He's gonna opt out of shielding. He said Kabutops did a good job there. I'm not gonna need him anymore. I've got Gyarados covered with Sceptar, which is an okay choice, I guess. But his bug attack is being resisted by Gyarados' flying type, but it still manages to pull him off. So to pull it off.
See how he's gonna solve this. He's gonna go retry Quasar, head through the wall, and it's not a
He's
bad
gonna go
choice
for an
from
Earthquake. Well, I guess he did bait
He
out the
did
shield, even
not
though
No, he did not need to shield this.
Definitely
that
not.
was a mistake.
Yeah.
That was a wasted shield, the last shield even. And he saw the earthquake. I mean, that's how the last fight ended. We have to be mild to our Pinky Deja Stiffy. Very, very dedicated player. in our community. First time at a tournament. Or is it his first time?
I think I saw him about maybe a month and a half ago.
Yeah, something
He did,
like that.
yeah, he did attend
In
the
the early
tournament, even though,
days.
yeah.
In the early days.
Though he's not, he's not a regular here, so it's always interesting to see
See that
how
Armaldo
these
now.
matches go.
Blast, not finishing it off, but
Yeah,
probably not
Fairy
gonna
Cutter
hold.
is really proving to be quite useful in these matchups against Mewtwo, which I never would have guessed would be an Ultra League pick
That's a 2-0
next to
win
Cresselia.
for Momak Sretan. I'm gonna ask you to update the result. Just refresh with F5. I'll go talk to the guys a second.
Kak se sjećamo, dečki, kaj je bilo? Reci nama, su bila dva različita.
Ne znam, svejedno.
Mislim da je bio onaj issue sa tu da. Ok, dobro, zaboravili smo se, rekli smo i na streamu, ne smijemo biti pregrubi prema našem Pinkiju. Ne dolaziš nam često, ali nadamo se da ćemo te vidjeti češće, nego reci mi, molim te, kako si uspio imati baš svih 6 Pokemona od 2500?
Nisu dizali, zajeba sam, puno sam
Da, tak smo i mislili, tak smo i mislili. A mislim da ni ti nisi nisi dumio.
Točno sam.
A ne, tvoji su točni. I Kabutop se mak...
Ne,
Nije maksan na 2004.
ne.
Koji level?
Možemo pogledati. Čekaj. Nije maksan sigurno.
Reci, zadnji put si na Tempestu jako dobro odigrao. Koliko je bilo? 3 ili 4 pobjede od... 4 pobjede?
Bilo je 4 pobjede s time da sam zajebao. Oni kaj sam izgubio zašto nisam shield iskoristio, umro sa shieldom. Trebao sam dobiti, ali eto, nema veze.
A inače sad si prvu borbu dobio sa 2 štita.
Pa zato što sam pretpostavljao što će doći i Sceptile mi ima najbolje kantere, to jest čekao sam Dialgu ili bilo šta i Sceptile je taj koji ima Fury Cutter, ima Frenzy Splinter Quicka, ima mi najbolji coverage ovog Pokemona i njega sam ostavio sa 2 shielda da kaj god dođe da može.
Reci, Pink je onaj štit na Earthquake-u kaj? Ok, dečki, hvala. Ne, shieldao je Earthquake u drugoj borbi, iako ga je vidio, zgazio si ga, pobjedio si ga u prvoj borbi sa zadnjim Earthquakeom i onda ga je shieldao
Na Rayquazi ga.
na Rayquazi.
Ja sam krenuo switch od Pokemona, ali sam krivo stisnuo i stisnuo sam Earthquake, onak.
Ok. Još gore, ok.
Rayquazi iskoristio jer onak flying je tak da onak. Ali dobro, bacio shield, super.
Sjajna borba, dečki, good game, hvala vam puno na streamu, pokaži tam. Aha, Kabutops, da vidimo. Moje stručno oko će procijeniti, da, 33, tako bih rekao.
Nisam ga max.
Nice,
Nisam ga prilagodio.
nice. Inače, meni je osobno jedan od jako dragih Pokemona.
Odlično, ja vidio ovo.
Da, naravno. Zeleni za Great League.
Nemam dosta, pripremam se za Kingdom Cup, tako da...
Dobro, ali sad vidim da si počeo biti redovit ovdje, tako da attendance reward. Can we switch to English?
Yes, no problem.
Yeah, we can just say a very interesting thing happening tonight, something my colleague Dorian noticed. Tonight is the 5th Sunday that we're holding a tournament this month. And the attendance reward starts with 1,000 but doubles every time you come consecutively in the month. So tonight, the prize just for attending is 16,000 for those that were here for every tournament tonight, which is actually 1,000 more of Stardust reward than the third place will win tonight. So what I'm saying is, keep coming.
Yes, last time I was third and I won 1,000 dust. Today we didn't plan to come, but we raided like 4 or 5 Giratinas and went to city to grab coffee, and those raids took hour and a half. And then we decided, okay, we'll drink coffee here and let's battle. But we didn't plan it was unattended.
I'll just say the last time we had a cup So only at cup tournaments we give awards just to the finalists. That's why you just got 1,000 Stardust with the third place. All the other tournaments we award first 8 rank.
Okay.
Thank you very much, and see you again.
So the points are in. We have our third round chosen with a lot of players actually, well, I guess the regular amount of players that are currently undefeated, which consist of Gandalf the White, Freak 182 or 1082, and Alta OP. So all of those, plus is it Marmak Suretan, or did he lose? He lost the first match. So yeah, we've got those three undefeated. And we are now going to pick our 2 streamers for the match of the third round.
I would suggest, I'd actually suggest the first pair on the table, Gandalf versus Senora Matanza.
Yeah?
Is that okay? Senora Matanza showed herself as a very, very skillful PvP player, and as we said before, Gandalf.
Yeah, I'm
of
sorry.
course, is our-
I didn't actually notice. She's also undefeated currently. So.
Oh,
yeah.
undefeated?
Yeah, undefeated.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that's definitely a
So
match.
we've got 2 undefeated players streaming for you guys.
It's the round before last.
Yeah,
right?
it seems
We
so.
have 4
Yeah,
rounds?
4 rounds. This is the
Okay.
third one.
So potentially finals before finals, as we say here, right?
Yeah. So let's check out both of the players' teams. So we've got Gandalf the White playing with a Machamp, which is maxed out. Well, not maxed out, but is leveled up to reach precisely 2500 CP. We've got the same thing going on with Lugia, a Dialga, a Giratina, a Swampert, and a Scizor. So, from my personal knowledge, it seems to be quite a meta-heavy team, with Lugia, Dialga, Giratina, and Scizor being used quite often in this format. And on Senora Matanza's team, we have a Lapras, a Poliwrath, a Lugia. So they share the Lugia, Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise, which are the 3 starters of the Kanto region. So we've got a pretty thematic team. If you think about it, with the Lugia, I'm looking at Senora Matanza's team, and I'm thinking it's pretty thematic with the 3 starters, with the King of the Sea, and
Okay, aesthetically very
the
attractive.
odd Poliwrath,
Nice.
which was actually the Pokemon that I would say Red had in the manga, I think.
Oh,
I think.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, because I didn't read the manga, to be honest. But I think I heard that was the case. And a Lapras, a pretty iconic Pokemon from Gen 1. So
yeah, that's true. It's we have 3 starters, evolved, of course, and 3 kind of icons, each in their own right? Yeah. Nice. We don't see a lot of Lugia, although I see 1 more already.
And they share the Lugia actually. So both Gandalf and her have the Lugia now.
There's no Giratina on Senora Matanza's side.
No.
You see, there are always such surprises, you know. I mean, people will hate me, but I have to mention Tropius one more time in regard to the Tempest Cup. Similar like Giratina here, mentioned so much, and you know, it's undefeatable, it's the queen, it's all of that stuff. And then we actually see it's the 3rd fight and no Giratina in our arena.
Yeah.
That even rhymes.
Yeah.
No Giratina in our arena.
Yeah.
We almost like we banned it.
Yeah. So no fights was streamed with the Giratina
No, not yet.
in it. So are we leaving that for the finals?
Quite amazing.
Yeah. Let's see.
Quite amazing.
Yeah. So let's try and see who has the lead here with both of these players backing quite good choices for Pokemon. No, actually, we were wrong. This is the first match with the Giratina in it. Gandalf is playing with it. So
Well, if he picks it, right?
yeah, if
But
he
so
picks
far,
it. Yeah,
so far we
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
have one. We can. What I want to say, Dorian, we can play a game if you wish,
Okay.
which can be called. Dorian will guess the leading mon of each player.
Okay.
So we can retroactively track down your guesses and see how successful you were.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to guess in, well, in my opinion.
What do you say, Gandalf?
I'd say a good lead.
We can both say actually. What would we pick first
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
that team?
Well, let's just do one by one. Let's see how Machamp does against most of her team. So it has super effective damage against Lapras. It
That's
loses.
very bad against Lugia.
Yeah, very bad against Lugia. It has a neutral.
Should win against
Poliwrath?
Poliwrath, no?
Yeah, I think it packs more attack. Against the
Charizard
Venusaur, it
wins
won't be
it, I
very
think.
effective. Charizard wins it, so yeah, Machamp is not looking good as a lead on Gandalf's side.
I'll actually guess Giratina from Gandalf.
Yeah, Giratina.
Because overall, in my experience, it's a very, very good lead.
Well, Giratina actually, the only counter lead that Senora Matanza could use against Giratina would be the Lapras, which
With the Dragon Pulse?
either the Dragon
Or
Pulse
maybe
or
Dragon
the
Claw or Charizard?
I don't think Charizard would do that well against Giratina, but Lapras, if it has the Legacy Ice Shard move plus an Ice Beam or the Dragon Pulse that you mentioned, could be quite effective against a Giratina. So yeah, if he does lead with Giratina, pretty much Lapras is the only choice on Senora Matanza's side. So Giratina, yeah, it's looking like a pretty good lead on Gandalf's side. The Lugia, it does really good against Poliwrath and Venusaur, and does okay against Charizard and Blastoise, but then
It's
again...
gonna win, it should win Charizard. Although Charizard is almost at level 40 in this city. Let's go see with the players. I'll see, maybe they tell us. Maybe I'll just try again.
So we're gonna... Okay.
Good evening. Just to interrupt you very shortly before the big fight, I wanted to ask, maybe you would tell us what you'll open with? I'm just trying, until I actually get it.
With a cup of coffee.
Of course. And you, Gandalf?
My dearest Pokemon.
This is oh well, if you know something about Gandalf, this is okay. This is potentially the finals before finals. You are both undefeated until now, and this is the round before last. So I'm just here to get your excitement up and attention. Okay, good game. Good luck to you both.
Well, I would have said that he would lead with Giratina, but we didn't get to Dialga, so we do see that Gandalf actually does lead with Dialga. And I didn't quite catch what Senora Matanza led with, so we're going to see it right now. She led with Poliwrath, which is looking pretty good against Dialga. If it is a counter Poliwrath, or does Poliwrath have counter? No, it's looking looking like a bubble Poliwrath, which is resisted.
Smart on Gandalf's side. I personally would not know there's Ice Punch available.
No, but it's Ice Punch is neutral against Dialga because of the Steel type. Yeah, a questionable shield right there. And the Iron Head also resisted by Poliwrath.
Very well, yeah.
So
Okay,
it
but
does
still
an
nice
okay,
damage,
it
nice
does an okay
damage,
neutral damage. But yeah, Poliwrath
And it's charging
is,
pretty quickly, right?
yeah, it has bubble, opposed to a fighting fast move, which I don't know if it usually
Counter?
has. Yeah, I'm thinking, but I'm not sure if Poliwrath.
That's the second shield on side of Gandalf lost. One shield remaining, she's not gonna waste it on this 10% of Poliwrath health. Okay, Lapras, should we clean this up? I think it's Dragon Breath, so it's...
It's a Dragon Breath Lapras? What?
Is it?
No,
it's Dragon Breath coming from Dialga, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was looking at the animation, but considering how fast it went, I would say it was an ice type.
Yeah, it seems so.
Oh,
So
a
you've
shiny
got a-
Machamp on,
Yeah.
on the
We've
side.
got
Ice Beam.
it's looking quite good for the
Pick it
Machamp
up
right
for
here,
right.
which is going to be able to charge up the
He
Dynamic
has
Punch
no
a bit.
shields, let's see. Okay, he managed, and yeah, this is definitely going home. 2 circles on Gandalf's side, enough to pick it out. Oh, and now shiny Lugia against shiny Machamp. This is definitely not going to be good for the green. Actually,
I'm
it looks
quite
like the
curious.
Hulk.
This
Is it the
Dynamic
Hulk?
Punch shouldn't do anything. Yeah, it is the Hulk. It
No, it
seems.
shouldn't be, absolutely.
Yeah.
flying psychic.
Oh, and good thing she
and
didn't
sky attack
accidentally
is
activate the sky
charged,
attack.
Yeah. Let's see how it does against Giratina.
If Giratina has a fast, yeah, it has Shadow Claw if I'm not mistaken, it should be
Dragon
taking
Claw.
down
Dragon Claw?
Dragon Claw? Yeah?
Ah, you mean Shadow Claw
Yeah,
as
Shadow
the
Claw
fast attack?
as the fast one.
Okay, that's a second.
Yeah, Ancient Power should take care of the Lugia. If not, at least bring him in range.
Yeah, yeah, but I
Oh, it's
think
okay,
maybe one
resist-
more sky attack could. Yeah. If she fires off one more sky attack, it's gonna be done. And now it's gonna definitely be done for Lugia. Oh yes,
So first game goes to Gandalf.
very close to Gandalf.
Yeah, very close game.
Very
and
close.
here it is, the Giratina finally after 3 rounds of matches. It's finally shown its power.
And it is powerful
Yeah, it's
very
quite bulky and it's got good coverage.
and very fast moves.
Yeah,
Shadow
yeah.
Claw and Dragon Claw
Mm,
together. Let's see if any changes come from Signora Matanza. She's gotta make some to defeat this team.
did I see a Lapras lead?
Lapras lead and Blastoise last
Mhm.
place. Lugia remained. She did her job well. No changes.
Yeah, no changes on
No changes.
Gandalf's side. So we're going to see the Dialga go against the Lapras, which I think Dialga still sort of wins because it's just a bit more bulky, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, but it does pack the Thunder. So
Well, again, we come to the point of level, right?
Mhm.
This
Oh,
being.
he actually
okay.
switches straight to Machamp, which could be
Switches,
quite
okay.
risky.
But also could turn out very well. I remember this Ice Beam taking so much damage from Machamp last fight.
Are we going to see the switch right now from Senora Matanza's side? No, she's staying in
No.
with Lapras.
Maybe not the
and
best call.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, he's not even gonna. He's
Machamp
charging that
is-
dynamic
yeah,
punch.
Machamp is farming that
Yeah.
energy, and he's going to use both shields because I guess he doesn't want to stay unprotected.
Well, already now he's got 2 dynamic punches, so I think it's definitely
yeah,
worth
but
it.
with
That's
the
about
Senora
3 or
Matanza
4
having
dynamic
Lugia on her
punches.
side, those dynamic punches could very well go to waste.
Yeah, no shields there. 2 shields in. Oh,
But she does
shield!
It's quite an interesting.
Well, she's got 2 shields,
yeah,
right? The second one is probably not going to be used. Yeah, considering how little damage it does, it really maybe is a waste.
Yeah. Even this Sky Attack, I think, could have been preserved maybe for something else.
I would preserve it for sure. For sure.
But it does get rid of the Machamp, and we see him going in with the Giratina, which we all know beats Lugia with Shadow Claw. Oh, we saw a bunch of switches right now.
So many switches. Oh, and now Gandalf's got his way. That's what Thunder is here for. Last shield used on Senora Matanza's side. She's probably regretting the one on Lugia wasted right now.
Yeah.
Nice damage. Nice.
Yeah, even though it's resisted, it did
Amazing.
enough damage to put it in range of the bites coming in.
Giratina is back with its Dragon Claw charged.
Yeah, going to pick up the kill, probably.
You think?
No, not at all. Blastoise is one chunky
because
turtle.
you're thinking Great League terms.
Yeah.
This
I'm not
is
used
a level
to,
35, 37,
yeah,
38.
Yeah. I'm not used to having attack steal so little while it's a neutral stab attack. This is a very close matchup, it seems, with Lugia having a tiny bit of energy advantage. I'm really curious to see if it will tank this ancient power.
It won't clean it up, no?
Yeah,
no. Does it have Sky Attack?
Yeah, Sky
yes,
Attack.
yes. This is the
Yeah.
difference we wanted to see in
Yeah.
the first fight. I mean, wanted, not that we want anyone particularly to win, but this is exactly the difference. And we can maybe analyze how she managed to get that difference. She got exactly what she wanted and needed in the first fight,
Yeah,
as we
yeah.
could see. Exactly
So-
that difference in charging that Sky Attack to finish Giratina off.
So we're gonna have to have a
1-1.
final battle
Yeah.
between the two.
Yeah.
Gandalf already checking the opponent's team once again to sort of refresh his knowledge on it. we don't see any activity on Senora Matanza's side. Maybe she's
Did
pretty
she make
confident
a
with
change
her-
between the first and second fight?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay.
She might have, but if it did happen, it slipped me. Gandalf does not want to let this fight go.
No.
He is really analyzing. Maybe over-analyzing at this point, since we know that Senora Matanza didn't do anything to.
I gotta
the
say
current
it,
team.
the last time at the Tempest Cup, we also had a very, very intense match between Fricton82 and Mario in the third round. I'm just noticing it's very interesting at this point when you have two players undefeated until the third or fourth round in the tournament. It's very interesting how those fights get very, very meticulous, if I can say so. You know, you can see players really, really taking their time.
And
to-
really thinking every step
And
through.
by the way, there is a true 2500.
and a
mon.
shiny. I mean,
And
that's
a shiny
that's a
with
really
that.
nice looking Pokemon, I must say.
Quite nice. Okay.
So we see the Giratina lead, which will go against this Lapras, and if we remember correctly, it is packing the Ice Fast move.
Yes.
So
Although it didn't work out best in the first round, I think, when they matched up for Lapras, but let's see.
No, it's a water gun. It's a water gun Lapras. So yeah, Giratina could deal okay with this if it does shield the Ice Beams. And Ancient Power is going to do super effective damage against the Lapras, which is going to remain unshielded. Okay. It takes it pretty well.
Okay, switches out, going in with Blastoise to take care of. Ancient Power probably shouldn't have been blocked here. I don't know what you think.
Neutral damage, I guess. Yeah, Blastoise, the chunky turtle, could have probably taken the hit. Better than Lapras. I mean, you know, considering that Lapras was weak to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we can see
Not a
right
lot of
now,
damage.
not a lot of damage.
And I'm actually curious to why the switch was made, because Lapras did have the Ice Beam to deal with Giratina, while Hydro Pump or Hydro Cannon, which was used now on the Giratina, is actually resisted by it. So yeah, curious to know why that switch was made. Maybe to preserve the Lapras for later on, for maybe like a.
Not only preserve it, but it's a charged move, which is maybe there also the ice charge move to deal with Dialga, which she knows is coming, obviously. She presumes it's coming. And okay, Machamp is here. Ice Beam was blocked. It was the last shield.
That's okay.
From,
That was
yeah, that's fine.
a pretty
fine.
good way to take
Okay.
out the last shield.
So I gotta say, it doesn't actually
Ooh,
seem.
how-
Yeah, she managed.
I-
She managed. No shields on Gandalf's
Yeah,
side.
He didn't want to.
Nice
he didn't want
damage.
to waste.
Very nice damage.
Yeah.
Very nice damage. I was just about to say that it didn't actually do the job that
Mhm.
it was there to do, but we see that it kind of did, getting rid of that Machamp, kind of.
So this is going to be resisted. Curious to know how much damage. Still significant.
Considering
damage
it's
in this
resisted, it's
situation.
quite
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
significant.
And going to use up the last shield. But yeah, I'm curious to know if Gandalf will be able to charge up that Thunder, which
Remember,
is...
we are looking
Ooh.
here at one of the queens of Vulcanus, Lugia. It can really take
not
a
looking
lot.
good, not looking good, and no, not going to be able to make it.
And
unfortunately.
there's the Machamp, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
With its
and-
charged dynamic punch, it's not going to help it at all.
Bit
Okay,
of lag
we
happening
have
here.
a glitch, as I can see. Senora Matanza can't see Machamp, but there it is now. Dynamic punch, fired, not fired, not gonna make a difference, and I think that is
yeah,
it for Gandalf. Let's wait it out.
it's going to be
yeah.
game. So Senora does
Yeah.
take the win, I guess.
And still, again, undefeated. Very, very
Yeah.
nice. Very nice.
So we could be seeing her in the finals.
Amazing fight, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing first fight to feature 3 battles tonight. First fight to feature Giratina tonight. And maybe even the first fight of a non-Giratina team beating a Giratina team. I don't know. We should check. What do you say?
Yeah, I say bite Blastoise for the win.
Bite Blastoise for the win. Okay. Did it hurt a lot? She didn't make any changes. Very, very.
Yeah, I didn't make any changes also, but I don't know. It was good fight.
Are you satisfied with Dialga?
It's my best Pokemon, luckiest Pokemon and everything.
You like it best?
Yeah.
How about that, his Machamp, it's not only shiny, it's actually truly exactly 2500 CP.
2500 CP, yeah.
But it couldn't handle the Lugia, I think it was just impossible.
Putting Lugia also, but I don't know if I could take care of Lapras with it.
Okay, we have some questions for you regarding the fight. It was a very, very interesting matchup on both sides, but hopefully we can talk about that a little bit later. So thank you very much, good game, and congratulations, Senora Matanza, see you in the finals. Yeah, 2 fights from now.
So that was the end of round 3. Now we see round 4 and the chosen players. I'm gonna switch to points. And yeah, at the first 2 places we can see Freak and Senora Matanza with the same tiebreaker. So it's yeah, the only two undefeated. Yep. And they're going to be playing in the finals, but first we want to stream another match, probably going to be the 3rd place. Are we going to stream this one? Or it should be these 2.
I don't know, we can decide. I'm always for new players. We saw both Gandalf and Magical Donut already tonight.
So we're gonna
maybe we can put on Joja, Josip and Branas. Could be a very good fight.
I talked to him, he doesn't want to be streamed unless it's necessary.
Josip?
Yeah.
Okay. Not a problem. Altalpi and Branka, I think we see plenty. Kavarube, Sorkeria, she doesn't want to stream. Flatsiv, Happy Guy. Or maybe the last one. I don't know. You decide, my man.
I don't know. Can you go and ask these 2 if they want to stream again? Or maybe even Flatsiv and Monax Retan?
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay, let's see how they react.
So for now we can see, we can take a look at the teams of the 2 finalists, which are Senora Matanza, which we just saw, with the Lapras, Poliwrath, Lugia, Venusaur, Charizard and Blastoise, going against Freak 1082, which won the Tempest Cup last time. Also going for the trio of Charizard, Blastoise and Venusaur. We're also going with a Steelix, which personally I think really does wonders in this meta, resisting the Psychic types and the Dragon types, which are very relevant in this format. Giratina too, but we also saw Senora Matanza taking care of the Giratina, so that's not a problem for her. And Poliwrath, which is also on Senora Matanza's side. So we've got 4 out of 6 Pokemon that are exactly the same on both players' sides. So it's going to be an interesting match. The leads... Well, I guess we'll talk about the leads when the match will be streamed, but first we've got our two competitors, which are probably going for... just a second. This could be the match for for the third place. Could be, depending on who wins. But it is Josip 1337 against Branas XXX. Both of them are very good players who attend these sorts of events regularly, so it should be an interesting one. Branas playing with a Swampert, a Venusaur, a Melmetal, Togekiss, Alolan Ninetales, and Metagross. So yeah, Alolan Ninetales, I guess hard countering those dragon types, maybe. Though it is very, very weak to any sort of steel type move. So yeah, he's gotta be careful of his opponent, which is playing with the Steelix, which does have Heavy Slam, and Melmetal, which has Flash Cannon, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, those two moves would be very crucial to the Ninetales, even though Ninetales handles Sceptile and Giratina quite nicely. Then again, the rest of the team is not really looking good for Ninetales. Do see a Togekiss, so that's two fairy types on one team. Togekiss could be used to take care of Sceptile, the Giratina, and I'm not sure. Same goes. Charizard resists any fairy move. Let's check out what Togekiss can be running. So Togekiss does have access to hidden powers, so we could see something very interesting here. And other than the hidden powers, it can have Ancient Power, Flamethrower, Aerial Ace, and Dazzling Gleam. Dazzling Gleam being the move that costs the most energy, so we're not sure if we're going to be seeing that one, but we could. Aerial Ace with that stab bonus, Flamethrower with, well, I guess the surprise factor, and Ancient Power for that very much wanted boost if it ever happens. So yeah, I'm curious to see what he's running on that Togekiss. Yeah, it'll be one of those combinations. So if it does run Ancient Power, it could be also used against Charizard to hard counter it. Next, we'll take a look at how well Melmetal does against his team. Resisted by Charizard and Feraligatr. I'm talking about the Steel type, even though Melmetal has Thundershock as his fast move and usually runs Thunderbolt as his charge move, so looking quite good for Charizard and Feraligatr. Dealing neutral damage to Melmetal, resisted damage onto Giratina, resisted damage onto Sceptile, and, well, let's say immune damage onto Steelix with that Thundershock. And we're going to switch over to Mattia to have a short interview with the two players.
Well, good evening once again. Strong player on my right side, your left side. Branas, please smile to the camera as much as your... One more?
Good evening.
Exactly. Is this supposed to intimidate your opponent?
Yes, I will crush him.
This is the Ultra League outfit, I think. Are you feeling okay? Are you sure they can bring you something?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm gonna beat him.
Without the glasses?
Yeah, without the glasses.
Okay, guys, we're expecting a very, very good game. Josip here prepared very, very well for the Ultra League. I felt it myself last night, testing out a little bit. And Branas, well, just give me one.
Yes, he's unbeatable.
Exactly. Okay, guys, ready whenever you are, and please start.
So, getting back to the team analysis, still not sure what Branas could lead with. Let's take a look at how Swampert would do against Josip's team. So it would resist Charizard, and deal super effective damage against it. It'll deal super effective damage against Steelix. It would lose to Sceptile if it... I'm not sure if Sceptile has a good fast grass move. Yeah, Bullet Seed, which is okay at charging energy, but it won't do that much damage to the Swampert, even though it will be good damage, but maybe not as much as something like Razor Leaf would be able to achieve. It'd be good against Steelix. It would be, I guess, not that good against Giratina, and neutral against Melmetal. So I don't know if that's an option. Venusaur, I saw a lot of things that Venusaur doesn't really take well, like Charizard, Steelix it's sort of close. Sceptile wins because it has access to Aerial Ace, which I'm not sure, maybe if Venusaur ran Sludge Bomb, it could be interesting. Anyway, I missed the leads, so we're going to take a look at the battle, which is starting out right now, so we can see
Charizard versus Togekiss.
Yeah, Josip leads with Charizard, and Togekiss is the lead choice for Branas. And Togekiss is actually running
I wouldn't say bad on either side right now.
No, but it does go for the Dragon Claw, maybe trying to bait a shield, maybe. Ancient Power going to, well, not going to with the shields, but would absolutely
Is there
deal...
a bonus maybe? No bonus. It would be, I think, the end of the fight for Josip if it was.
Yeah, I didn't see the other Pokemon that Josip brought, but yeah, with the bonus it would be much harder for...
Togekiss with a bonus, yeah, I'd be pretty afraid of it. Okay, but
so Charizard going to pick up the kill on Togekiss, and yeah, he's going to go in with Swampert. What better counter to Charizard than a Swampert charging up that Surf really fast.
Oh, that's gonna be the end of it.
And shielded, going to let it go. Charizard did
what
what it
is
needs.
the fast move on the Swampert that does so little damage?
I'm guessing it's Mudshot. Mudshot charges,
Mudshot,
it charges the energy really fast, but it doesn't
Especially
do any
against
significant.
flying, especially against flying.
It doesn't deal any sort of damage.
This is gonna hurt, yes.
Yeah, neutral damage, but still Earthquake does have a lot of power.
No side
behind
shock
it.
on Ninetales.
See Dazzling Gleam, but does it have a fast ice type attack? Yes, it does. So that's what's dealing okay damage to the Sceptile.
Still no shield.
Still no shield.
We know
yeah.
Branas is very particular about his shields. Doesn't really use them that often. I think it could cost him this match once more.
Well, this is going to be a resisted.
Very resisted,
Surf.
but still a lot of damage, man.
Yeah, going to be able to get the kill on the Sceptile with its second Surf. Do you remember what the last Pokemon was on Josip's side?
It was, well, we'll see right
Yeah, we'll see in a second. It's not Charizard, that one's taken care of.
Giratina,
Oh, it's
of
Giratina,
course.
yeah.
And with one shield, maybe Branas could even take this. Let's see
Maybe,
how
I don't know how
Earthquake
much
does.
Earthquake would do.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
if-
With one shield, he could actually maybe charge it one more time.
Yeah, it's
maybe
looking,
even
it's
Surf
looking
would be
pretty
enough.
good. It's looking pretty tight.
Pretty tight
But
right now.
Surf
Yeah, he's
is-
gonna fire off
yeah,
one more
yeah, yeah,
Earthquake,
one
I
more
think.
Earthquake.
Yes, and that
It's
is
gonna be
it.
it.
Branas is taking this one. Yes, Branas took this one.
Yeah. Very good match
Very good.
between the two.
If I may,
Yeah, go for it.
if I may notice something very particular about the Ultra League, not all Mon are equal in their CP level. As we can see already by Pokemon that are chosen, a few times I would think that something is maxed because it does max before 2500, but then when asking the players it would turn out it's not actually, it's at level 36 or 38, which actually makes a difference, you know. So when we see, for example, what was the very the not
Tabbytops? No?
no, just now in this fight there was a charge move doing a lot more damage than we expected it to.
Earthquake. I think it was.
Yeah, and this is where I think those differences in levels come, because you know, some Pokemon, especially one that are not so accessible candy-wise, you know, people just, you know, they leave them at 2300 or 2400. They kind of feel it's enough, but that extra 100 CP
Could actually, yeah.
yeah,
could actually
whereas
help them out.
in the small league you don't see this almost
Yeah.
never.
Yeah.
Everything is as
Yeah,
high
yeah,
as
yeah.
it can be.
So yeah, here we see Alolan Ninetales on Branas' side, which is well, a positive matchup for him against the Sceptar, because with its fast move, it does a significant amount of damage, but
Frenzy Plant
yeah.
did so much
then
damage,
again
quite
not
amazing.
shielded.
Quite amazing. Yeah, Dazzling Gleam was shielded, and why wouldn't it be? Because I don't think there's gonna be an opportunity for Branas to fire up one more unless he shields this. He's not gonna shield, no.
No, he's letting the Alolan Ninetales go, which, if you look at teams, is an okay thing to do, because Josip was also packing the Steelix, which would pretty much take care of the Alolan Ninetales easily. And Togekiss is a solid counter for Sceptar.
But that Frenzy Plant is doing so much damage. Let's see a bonus.
Gonna try to go for the boost.
Let's see a bonus.
with
Oh,
neutral
what
damage.
happened with those circles? Branas.
Yeah, but it's gonna be enough. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
actually,
enough.
in this situation it was
Yeah,
enough,
yeah.
but in some other it could cost you the game.
So that's an interesting switch right there. Into Charizard instead of let's say the Steelix, because Steelix would take care of the Togekiss pretty easily.
Much more easily, but
Plus
maybe
if this
he's
okay, the
saving.
shield does happen, which is really good for Josip. He did not want to take that ancient power. Dragon Claw, is it going to be enough?
Yeah,
Not even.
No, not even.
But
Not
that's okay.
even, but yeah.
He didn't want to waste any more energy, and he had
Again,
to.
2 shields in the bank on Branas' side until the very end. Now he's this is what he saved them up for. Not even,
he's
not
still,
even
he's
using
still
it now.
being cheeky.
But I mean, obviously against Blast Burn, even though again I gotta say so much damage from not very effective.
Yeah.
And of course, Surf takes this out. And now Steelix. This is what the shields were for.
For the crunches.
Yeah, well, obviously those crunches will get fired up pretty fast. He will use both of the shields
Yeah.
till the end, and maybe even win this with 2-0. Let's see.
He goes for the Earthquake.
He's gonna do a lot of damage, I
which-
think.
Does it take it out?
50%. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. Steelix was there not to take this, and now Surf will just clean it up.
Yep.
He doesn't care.
Yep. Good game.
Very
yeah.
good game for Branas. Quite amazing.
With
So much patience and 1 shield still in the back.
Yeah.
Not even the 2 crunches.
Fellas, amazing fight. Amazing. You actually closed it with 1 shield in the bank, and we were pretty sure that that patience gonna cost you in the end.
No, I was saving all my shields for Swampert.
But for Swampert in particular, did you know that there's something that can just fire off those charge moves so quickly in the last?
It didn't matter because Swampert can kill anything.
Fantastic. What do you say, Josip? Giratina didn't help. Charizard didn't help. What happened?
Yeah, I know that the Giratina didn't help, but it doesn't matter. It was a good fight.
Very good fight, fellas. Thank you very much, and see you again later.
Okay, I'm not sure if we're going to be streaming the final match right now, but it looks like... Yeah, it looks like it. So let's continue the analysis of the two teams of our finalists, which are Senora Matanza with Lapras, Poliwrath, Lugia, Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise, and Freak 1082 with 3 or 4 of the same Pokemon. Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur, and Poliwrath are all shared on both teams. So the only differences in between the two teams would be the Steelix and the Giratina, with the Lugia and the Lapras on the other side. So we were trying to analyze what good leads would be for each perspective.
Senora Matanza's thematic
thematic team,
of
yeah,
course.
yeah. And a pretty interesting remark is that they share four of the Pokemon.
Okay.
So I guess the Kanto starters are really the masters of the Ultra League, I guess, here in this meta in Zagreb, Croatia.
Of course, Steelix is here. I think this one is maxed, right?
Yeah, it seems like so. Yeah.
I think that's a maxed Steelix. And Giratina altered. Of course, they're still not Origin. It's coming in about 2 days, right? April 2nd or something like that?
I think so. Yeah, 2 days.
Yeah, so we'll also see maybe something different comes out after that. But I would say Freak will almost for sure go with the Giratina, the bulky Pokemon that can take anything, as Branas says about Swampert taking anything out, and that's what the shields were for. I wouldn't expect Steelix not to come into the game. And then, I don't know, probably the favorite of the three starters, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what Poliwrath could do, what it could counter on Freak's side. I mean, probably, obviously, Charizard. But again, if it doesn't have both fast and charge move of water, it's not gonna work well against Charizard, right? So I don't think we're gonna see Poliwrath coming out.
Let's check out Giratina and how well it does.
Remember,
against...
there's also Lugia on Senora Matanza's team.
That's what I want to cover. I want to see how well Giratina does against Senora Matanza's team, because the only thing, again, it loses to Lapras's Ice Fast move, which we think is Ice Shard, and Ice Beam. Next, Poliwrath. We did see Poliwrath also packing Ice Punch on Senora Matanza's team.
Yes.
So yeah, that's something else to think about. It wins against Lugia. It's okay against Venusaur, or pretty much resists all of its moves. Yeah, because it does sport the Ghost type, which resists the poison part of Venusaur's moves, and the Dragon type, which resists the Grass type attacks. It also resists Charizard moves, except, of course, the Dragon Claw, which might come into play. And
it is on the Charizard of Senora Matanza.
Yeah. And did
remember?
the Blastoise have Bite? Do you remember?
Yeah. That's what she said. Bite Blastoise for the win.
Yeah. So
that was her
trying
argument
to
why she won so easily against. Easily. It was an intense fight.
So yeah, Giratina actually might not seem like the perfect lead Pokemon in this situation. So I'm quite interested in. I mean, the only
maybe Steelix comes out. I mean, we can see them on the screen right now.
Let's comment. Let's comment the picks.
Once again, contradicting me with Poliwrath waiting in the very first spot. Venusaur and Giratina. Okay, now again we can see changes coming. I don't know if this is Senora Matanza's final team decision. I'm pretty sure she doesn't want to let go of either Lugia or Blastoise, considering the Bite Blastoise comment for the win. And she's packing Lapras to handle Giratina, obviously, and Venusaur potentially, which was already selected by Freak, now changed. So yeah, I think Freak will not be able to resist, at least now in the first fight, Steelix and Giratina, and as we can see, this is starting to happen right now. The only thing is this Poliwrath. It could be a legacy, right?
It could be, yeah. It could be. If it is, it will help charge those power-up punches, I think. I think that's what's happening. To get a few power-up punches on Lapras would definitely help with both of the Lugia and the Blastoise. I mean, if it does have the Ice Punch, With one or two power-ups, it could be doing some serious damage to the Lugia, and the neutral power-up punch could also hit the Blastoise with an okay amount of
I mean,
damage.
if what we are seeing right now are the final decisions, Freak is really showing us why and how he won the Tempest Cup already. What I mean by that is really being good at reading what to put in the first place, because right now it's
Right now
pretty good
it's
for him.
it is. If that is its final decision,
I think they're kind of ready. I'll just go give them a word or two before our finals. Maybe you can also bring the tension up for our huge streaming audience.
I'll try.
Hype it up.
Of course, I'm just here to bother you for a second before the final fight. We're raising the hype. How are you both feeling? Senora Matanza, you're playing against our current cup champion. Undefeated for 8 days already, I gotta say. What was it?
Yeah, 5 rounds.
5 rounds in the Tempest Cup. And now 4. This is the 4th, so this is 8 matches in a row in the Top Gas tournament that Freak has won. What do you say?
Nice.
What's your track record? What was the last match you lost?
3. No, 2. Yeah, 3-2.
2, so that's 5. So that's, can we count again? Am I stupid? What's that? 3 plus 5, that's 8 against 5. No, you had 2. How many? What's your streak of winning the match? Including the last
6.
6. Yours is 8.
Yeah, 8.
Okay, so 8 matches won in a row. Okay, guys, I'm not gonna bother you again. I'm just here to take your minds off the game, so you pick your first pick less wisely, so it's more interesting, of course. That's what we want. So good game, good luck, and see you later. Okay.
Okay, so it seems that Senora Matanza made her final decision, pressing the use this party button and locking herself into the selected team with a lead being Lapras, and Freak also locking his team right now and going for the Poliwrath, which we commented on before should have a lead against this Lapras. And yes, it is
Should
packing
have a very good lead.
Packing Power Up Punch and Ice Punch.
Very powerful combination on this Poliwrath. We can now see why it obviously had to be in.
And even though we see the shield, the attack stat is going to rise. So next he is going to shield him because he knows he's in a very delicate situation and he needs to preserve this powered up Poliwrath as much as he can. Going for the second Power Up Punch, which is now a boosted one, and should be doing some decent damage to this Lapras.
Should be cleaning this Lapras out. No,
not yet. Power Up Punch does not have that much damage, but
with double the attack, I mean.
Yeah.
Is it double? By the way?
No.
It's not double.
It's 25% each time. So after 4 Power Up Punches, it does double the damage. But it's just going for them.
So this is 2. This is the third one. I think it's the third one.
This is the 4th one. This is now the 4th Power Up Punch. So it is now a double attack, and I think that the stat won't go higher than this. And it's going to use its final shield on the Poliwrath, knowing that Ice Beam can take out any dragon.
It's just gonna clean
Ice Punch,
out without firing up any more charge moves, being very ready for whatever is coming next. Obviously, Lugia has to come in. Lapras has
now going
for
the Ice Punch, and is that going to be shielded? No. Yes, it will.
Yes, it was shielded.
It does have another Ice Punch charged up. I should be dealing massive damage.
Farmed a lot.
Yeah.
Really massive. Is she gonna go? Yeah, she's gonna go for the Sky Attack.
So finally, Poliwrath is going to fall.
Yeah, and this is the first Pokemon lost on Freak 1082 side. Definitely not looking best right now for Senora Matanza. Sky Attack we saw will do, I think, significant. No, not that significant damage. And the only thing remaining is Lapras. Not a bad matchup for Senora Matanza, but I think without shields, she won't be able to hold this. No shields also on Freak's side. Let's see if this Ice Beam manages to clean it up. Maybe gives her a chance for the final matchup. Maybe. No Dragon Claw.
But then, yeah, Steelix comes in with full
Oh,
HP.
Steelix.
Which,
That's not gonna be good for Senora Matanza, not at all. Maybe she does manage to fire up one more, but Ice Beam.
Yeah, it's gonna be neutral.
enough.
Neutral damage. Steelix is pretty defensive, so
yeah,
it's not going to be enough.
That's it for the first fight.
So first match goes to Freak, our winner of the Tempest Cup, which is, so it's looking like it could be two wins in a row.
Yeah, yeah. Counting those streaks of winning that I mentioned in the pre-interview, that's looking very, very good for Freak 1082 right now.
Oh wow! I was looking at those numbers, and at first I thought, yeah, the 2500.
She's not giving up on that bite Blastoise. She likes it a lot, I think.
And if this stays like it is, it's going to look good for Senora Matanza this round.
Yeah, should be. I guess Freak is expecting changes to revolve around his initial setup, so he's gonna try to adapt. If nothing, a good bluff from Senora Matanza coming here. Sometimes doing nothing is doing a lot, actually, right?
Well, Senora Matanza did change her lead from Lapras to Bite Blastoise,
Oh, right, sorry. Oh, she did change the lead.
Yeah. So it's going to be a tough matchup for Giratina, I think, this time around.
I think she's gonna...
Yeah, that Bite is doing well.
But Giratina's not coming out. She's also doing nice damage on the Blastoise. Not as nice as the opposite direction. Dragon Claw was not shielded. It's being saved. Wisely coming from Senora Matanza. Now Hydro Cannon. No shield again, I think. Okay, shielded. Shielded. It would do quite a lot of damage, I think.
Yeah, it is resisted, but...
it's resisted?
Yeah, it's resisted, but it would... we also... Well, we always... see Hydro Cannon, Frenzy Plant and Blast Bend surprising us with the amount of power they deal in such a short or in such a low energy cost.
There we can see another power-up punch. Senora Matanza is again holding on to her shields. She doesn't want to waste it on the little HP that's left. Poliwrath with 25% upgrade until now.
Okay. We might have to...
this match.
The screen glitched out, and we're gonna repeat match 2.
Yeah. We can see Freak 1082 got a glitch. Couldn't see his Pokemon anymore, so we're gonna restart this one.
So to take extra precaution, both players are restarting or reloading their games. So the rules are... the rules are that both players have to go in with the exact same team, in the exact same order. So that means that we should be seeing Giratina on Freak's side and the Blastoise with Bite on Senora Matanza's side. Ma ne istina, samo isti lead.
Pa istina.
Aha.
Naravno da su istina.
A dobro, ali...
Aha, misliš ti ja ali ne, mi znamo, da, stavi tim pa ćemo ti reći. Ti znaš tim.
Mislim da znam.
Da, reci na streamu.
Da, jesam to spomenuo. Je. Jesam. So, repeating the second round of the... Well, we saw a bit of a... Okay, everything seems to be working as normal. So we saw a switch from Giratina on Freak's side into his Poliwrath, which he will be now shielding from the Hydro Cannon. I guess trying to position himself in a place where he resists Blastoise's moves.
I'd also say he probably learned his lesson from the first fight, considering, you know, we were talking about Giratina probably running away. It didn't, got too much damage, then ran away, so this was a lesson learned from Freak.
And he's now going to do this power up punch, which is now powered up 2 times.
Second time.
Decent amount of damage. And shielding his Poliwrath again.
Obviously. Turned out well in the first fight, no reason not to go well now. This is the final fight of the tournament, I gotta remind you. Very tense here.
So Lugia coming in, and he is going to try to blef a power up punch, but he didn't succeed. Matanza read him. No, wait. Yeah, she read him quite well and did not go for. Go for the shield right
and
there.
Now it's not gonna go well for Freak 1082, not at all. I think that Ice Punch could have maybe cost him this game. Senora still has 1 shield remaining. This is now very, very different than what we expected.
So this is looking good for Steelix as it resists the Sky Attack, but it does have Crunch. But we can see a switch here into Lapras, which does super effective damage with its Water Gun.
Still no shield on Senora Matanza. Shield with the Crunch. Shield. Another Crunch coming.
Dealing neutral damage. Yeah, Lapras is taking those crunches pretty well.
I was surprised at that first shield.
Going to go for the Ice Beam as soon as possible. Also dealing neutral damage to the Steelix.
But significant nonetheless.
Yeah.
Oh yes, this is now looking very, very, very promising for Senora Matanza. She's got Dragon Claw coming in, no need to worry about that. Absolutely no need to worry about that. She's gonna clean this up, I think, pretty quickly. Oh yes.
It's a very close match. I don't know how much the Ice Beam does.
Let's see, a lot. He's gotta do a lot, yes.
Is it going to be enough?
Yes. Well, she still has 1 more Pokemon in the bank, mind you.
Oh yeah, true. I did not know that.
This is why I'm so optimistic about this outcome for Senora Matanza. Dragon Claw cleaned it up, but let's see what's coming now. Lugia back. I don't think Giratina can sustain almost 50% of health.
It's not gonna be enough.
This is not gonna do anything.
Lugia.
Yeah.
And
Sky Attack will not even need to be fired off. Oh yes. Oh yes.
But still quite close. So
close. True finals. True finals. I gotta say.
Looking quite interesting.
Happening here. A lot of tension. A lot of tension. Senora Matanza saved the breakpoint. Very good play on both sides.
So now the question is, what will the players choose as their leads?
As their final leads.
Yeah.
Final leads of their
This is pretty much the most stressful moment for them, and whoa, it slipped me. What did the...
Senora Matanza knows how to beat him, and she's not letting her doubt herself. Not 1 second. Just last night I watched some 90s action movie with Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery.
Okay.
And after he slays one of the henchmen from the other side with a knife in the forehead, he goes, never hesitate. As a lesson to Nicolas Cage, never hesitate.
Yeah.
So this
Don't
is...
lose your focus, just go with your gut feeling. That's the kind of...
Exactly. So
We
I
see
think Senora Matanza is working on this kind of premise.
We see quite a big change on Freak's team, coming in with the Blastoise and with the Venusaur, if I saw correctly.
Oh yeah.
So we can see Freak
Senora Matanza doing so much better with Bite. I suppose, is it Water Gun, the other move, or what is it?
Yeah, Water Gun is...
Yeah, that's not gonna do well against... and she switches. She has the advantage, but switches. Interesting.
This is gonna be an interesting one.
Ice Beam. Let's see if this is blocked.
She lets it
Hopefully
through,
for her. She did let it through.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of
gonna be
damage.
significant.
Quite a lot of damage. Freak is saving those shields. He needs them for later. Okay.
So both players at 2 shields at the moment. Not one is giving up
fires
those easily.
another sky attack. Let's see if she manages to take out the shield. No. Blasters went away. And now Poliwrath, very interesting choice
Poliwrath
against
coming in on
Lugia.
Lugia. Well, I guess it does have Ice Punch. Will we have to restart the game? It's looking like...
No. I think it's okay. No, it was just the switching Pokemon block. He's gonna go for the power-up punch. He's just thinking...
Whoa!
Oh,
very
shielded on 5% of health.
Yeah. It's
very interesting decision, but yeah, she's gonna go for another sky attack. No, did not turn out well. Hydro Cannon's now gonna try to dispose of Poliwrath. No success.
Still holding on to that Poliwrath.
Well, obviously, when it comes to the power-up punch, Poliwrath, you can always count on your opponent to shield whatever is coming your way.
Yeah, true.
Too valuable.
So is this now the 3rd or the 4th power-up punch? That was...
I'm not sure.
I think this was the 4th one. If its attack goes up this time too, then... Yeah, that was the 4th one.
This was the last one.
And
is she gonna make it? No. She's not gonna make the last one. Now it's the opposite situation of the last fight. Only this time in to benefit Freak 1082. Another power-up punch against Lapras. Oh my god. Honestly, I expected it to take so much more damage.
Attack rose even more. So
that was the 4th one.
Was it? I'm not sure on how...
Yeah, unfortunately, Senora Matanza had 0 chance against these Poliwrath. 2-1 for Freak 1082. Second tournament or third tournament in a row for Freak?
Second
tournament.
I think, yeah.
Okay.
What an amazing fight. If you'll allow to talk to second... Such an incredible fight. I'll just repeat the enthusiasm from the first time. What do you say, Senora? We cheered for you so strongly. Such a tough beat. Very tough.
Yeah, my hand is gone.
Your hand?
Gone.
Oh, you mean for the free...
Yeah.
Would say you Freak, it was very tense after the second fight, I think.
Lugia was very good, but in the end...
And very interesting, but a very interesting switch when you came out with Poliwrath against Lugia. On our side, it looked like it's not gonna...
He had Ice Punch, and she didn't know that.
But in the end, you didn't even use it, or you did use it?
What? Yeah, the first one was the Ice Punch.
Oh yeah, and that's why we actually counted the power-ups, the power-up punches wrong.
Shield first time, and then second ice spot. Yeah.
And you saved the shield to use it later on.
I don't know. I don't remember.
How come you switched out on the Blastoise?
Because I have bite on Blastoise.
But you were doing better.
Really?
Yeah, the matchup was in your favor.
Yeah, but
He was losing health faster than you.
my bad. Yeah. I know.
Okay, guys, this was the finals. Congratulations to you both. Freak 1082, second tournament in a row for you. 50,000 Stardust won, on top of what you won before, and Signora Matanza 25,000 Stardust on your account. We'll have a little reward ceremony in about 5 minutes, so stick around. Thank you and congratulations to all the participants. Good game. Odi.
Yeah, now we have to make up some closing words, I guess. Well, I'm new to this situation, so I'm...
Closing words?
Yeah.
Well, not much to close. Maybe we can just give some information. So what happened now? What happened was, if we can just see my screen here. We concluded the tournament. Let's see how everything turned out. Okay, let's mark these down. The finalists are too tired to do it themselves, so Freak 1082 won. Update. And after refreshing, Freak 1082 is victorious. As we can see, Gandalf, Branas and Alta managed to join the free win club in the last round. Magical Donut, who won the first fight of the night in our stream, managed to pull out 2 out of 4. We can see other new participants doing about average, and of course our Pinky at the last spot with 0 wins. As we said, we treat him very gently. We want him to keep coming and becoming a stronger player. We're all here for him and all the other ones who are having trouble picking their Pokemon, learning type effectiveness, learning to fill those free circles.
Let's just mention the rewards for the first 8 players this time. Yeah, so all of the players up until I think...
Let's see if anybody is sharing spots.
Okay. No, I checked that. Well, we do have people sharing spots here, but it doesn't count in the 8 players, I think.
So let's see, we have first 2, then the second 3, then the 3. So yes, we do have a share at the... Oh, we have a pretty big share.
Yeah, but all of the players gain 8,000 Stardust anyway, right? So
yeah,
they don't have to. Yeah, they don't have to fight for it.
No, we won't make them fight for it. I'm just thinking what would even be the system now if we would split, but we can't split the 8,000 Stardust award. No, we'll just consider this as the leaderboard and take these 8 to give out the rewards. So we said, as we already mentioned, Freak 1082 will be awarded 50,000 Stardust. Signora Matanza 25,000 Stardust, and then in the third place Gandalf the White will receive an award of 15,000 Stardust, and then Branas, Alta OP, Josip Leet, Magical Donut 13 and Sorheria will all receive prizes of 8,000 Stardust. On top of that, all of the attendants, including our very valuable commentator Polocus, will receive their attendance reward, counting on the streak or how many tournaments they won. Actually,
so could you tell us, so people that have banked their Stardust now, they do have the opportunity to maybe exchange that amount of Stardust for a Pokemon that could do well for the upcoming Kingdom Cup. So we've seen Lucario, Bastiodon. Do we have any other top picks for players?
You mean for Kingdom Cup?
Yeah.
You're kind of taking me a bit off guard there with the question. I have to admit I did not prepare myself. I don't know about you, if you were already starting to
well, I
make
saw that.
teams.
I saw that. I guess Kingdra will make an appearance in the Kingdom Cup, along with Blaziken. That those two could also be quite good, but we don't really know for sure until the meta develops here, because every meta, or the meta in every single town can differ. So we'll have to see, and it'll be interesting to see what the players choose to spend their Stardust on. I mean, 50,000 Stardust could be exchanged for a second move on Kingdra. So yeah, that's one of the reward types that we're doing here.
And I think Kingdra, if nothing else, it will have great type coverage, right? In the Kingdom Cup.
Yeah, only week two dragon types in that particular meta, I think. And mentioning the Kingdom Cup, the next upcoming tournament that will also be streamed on Sunday at the same time will be the Anti-Kingdom Cup, which we sort of started doing from this month.
Yeah,
and
the first one was the Anti-Tempest, which was, I gotta say, a very, very fun tournament.
Yeah. So what we do is, well, actually, I'll leave you to it to explain.
Basically, just the idea was we were thinking about which tournaments, which kind of limitations we can put and spice things up a little bit, and then just the idea of making it the anti-cup, meaning tournament that limits the selection of Pokemon to all the ones that are not as limited by the cup of the given month. So I guess if the matter, if the concept stays fun, as it was fun for the Tempest Cup now in March, I guess we'll just continue on with that. What is interesting, in April, like most months, we have just 4 Sundays. And one of those Sundays is Easter Sunday, a time when traditionally in Zagreb and Croatia most people either go away or spend time with their family. So for this reason we will not hold a tournament, but this leaves us only 3 Sundays, and because we have to play the Cup training tournament and we play the Anti-Cup, what I'm trying to say is April is the Kingdom month.
Yeah, the Kingdom Cup. Very thematic with Bagon or Bagon coming in.
Thematic, exactly.
And with the new season of Game of Thrones coming in, a lot of kings and kingdom related stuff will be happening in April. So yeah, there's a lot of that to look forward to. I think we've said it all.
I think we said it all. I don't know. As you can see, I'm entering the awards for the tonight's tournament into our little Excel spreadsheet. Our website is topgaz.club, and there you can find all the information about tournaments, streams. There's a video library where you can see the streams that we've done in the past, including this one tonight, which will be linked in our video library tomorrow or the day after at the latest. And I don't know, Dorian, you have something more to say?
No, I'm looking forward to all the upcoming cups, the Anti-Kingdom, the Kingdom preparation or training. I'm quite interested in how the meta develops over here, what will be some of the top picks, and how that will change on the way to the actual Kingdom Cup.
And I gotta say, these tournaments are really getting more and more fun. So just a shout out to all you PvP battle lovers out there like us. Very quickly, Sunday evening, the time when we hold our tournaments, became the best day of the month for many of the best day of the week.
Yeah, absolutely.
for many of us, people gather, we trade, bunch of luckies, bunch of fun. There are still some shy players in our town who are maybe a little bit afraid to be beaten, especially in front of the camera. But I think, as everyone can see, it doesn't really matter. In the end, it doesn't really matter who wins, who loses. It's just very fun, and just by coming, you can keep winning Stardust, as you can see in our.
Yeah, and build up a team based on that. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I honestly believe that if someone just started playing like 2 or 3 months ago and started coming to the tournaments already in like maybe 2 months after 2 cups, they could just with the awards and other resources that they can gather at the tournaments, build a team to be competitive.
Absolutely.
And not to mention the fact that everybody here, experienced players and newcomers, they are all always available and ready to share their experience and passion for the game. So I think, what I'm trying to say is just invite everyone from Zagreb and abroad, join us for the upcoming tournaments.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dorian, and I guess we'll just sign out.
Yeah, and thank you to the viewers.
Yeah, of course. Thank you to the viewers. We are still not at the level to be keeping track of the comments. I'm sure there were thousands of them during the stream. Last time we actually had the little guy Yakov, our youngest player here, I think, 11 years old. He actually wrote a comment on the stream, actually saying, here's a comment, just so there is a comment.
Oh, that's quite nice.
But in these ways you can see the community honestly trying to participate and help out, and this is why I think we're having such a great time here.
Yeah.
Okay, so signing out?
Signing out. See you next on the Anti-Kingdom Cup.
Yeah, 7 days minus 2 hours. See you right here. Don't miss it.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Oprosti.